Welcome RM Touch CCNA Practical Labs. In our previous lesson, we learned how to make configuration static NAT. But in this lesson, we will learn how to make a dynamic NAT configuration. Dynamic NAT configuration is a technique used in a networking that allows multiple devices on a local network to share a limited number of public IP addresses. Dynamic NAT is commonly used in home networks and small to medium-sized businesses, where the number of devices may occasionally exceed the number of available public IP addresses. As you see in our topology, we are going to use this server as a NAT server that translates this private IP address into this public IP addresses. So in our first step, we will make the configuration IP addresses to the routers and hosts, and then we will configure the OSPF or routing protocols. So to start in our lesson, click this router. Now enable config interface gigabyte 0/0 IP address 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Interface gigabyte 01. It is in this interface. IP address 20.20.20.1 255.0.0.0. No shutdown. Now we finish for the configuring these two interfaces. Gigabyte 0/0, we assign this IP address 20.20.20.1, and this interface we assign 20.20.20.1, but this another interface, it will be 20.20.2. Okay, come this another interface, come this another router. Now enable config. In this interface, we will assign this IP address i.i.i.i.1, but this another interface we will assign 20.20.20.2. Interface gigabyte 0/0 IP address 8.8.8.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Interface gigabyte 01 IP address 20.20.20.2 255.0.0.0. No shutdown. Okay, the remaining step, we will give the hosts its IP addresses. Come this PC 192.168.168.30.10. It is subnet mask is a class C IP address, and this default gateway is 192.168.30.1. Come this another PC to give its IP addresses. This we will give 30.20, and this default gateway is 30.1. Okay, come this another. Come to Google email server, how to assign its IP addresses. It's 8.8.8.1, sorry, .8, and this default gateway is 8.8.8.1. Now we finish for the configuring IP addresses to the routers and hosts, and in our next step we will make the routing protocol especially we will use OSPF. So we are going to advertise these two IP addresses, 192.168.20.0 and 20.20.20.0. And this another router will advertise this IP address and this another IP address. Click the router, exit, router OSPF 10, network 192.168.30.0. Okay, 0.0 wildcard mask key is 255. It is area 0. Network, come this another IP address, 20.20.20.0. It is wildcard mask key is 255.255, area 0, and save your configuration. Okay, now we finish for the advertisement of these two interface. So come this another router to advertise these two IP addresses, i.i.i.i.0 and 20.20.20.20.0. Click this router, first exit, router OSPF 10, router OSPF 10, network 20.20.20.0, and it is wildcard mask key 0.0.0.255, and it is area 0. Okay, come to IP address of Google email server to advertise 8.8.8, network 8.8.8.0, 0.0.0.255, and it is area 0. Okay, and then save your configuration. Okay, now I finish for the configuring routing protocol OSPF. So in the next step, we'll ping the Google server and trace through the paths, and then I will check if there are any translations. So come this PC, first trace search, 8.8.8.8. Okay, this IP address 192.168.30.1, it's the default gateway on this router. 20.20.20.2, it is the IP address of this interface, and this one is the Google email server. In our next step, we'll ping 8.8.8.8. Yes, it replaces. Okay, come this another PC, ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, yes, and also this one it can reach the Google email server. So in our next step, we will create a standard access control list to permit the inside subnet and configure a dynamic NAT to do in a name-to-name translations. So how do we make the configuration of NAT? To make the configuration in the network address translation, click this router, exit, access list 16, permit. You will allow this IP address. This one is a 30. This one is a 30. Okay, 192.168.30.30.0, and then you will write it is wildcard mask key 0.0.0.255. After when you write access list 16 permit 192.168.30.0, then you will write IP NAT inside source list bool, sorry, you will make, okay, list 16 bool, okay, you will write, okay, dynamic NAT, dynamic NAT, okay, and then you will write IB NAT inside, okay, then you will write IB NAT bool, okay, and then you will write the name, okay, dynamic NAT, then you will start your IP address. In our in our public IP address, it will start is 20.20.20.1 and end is 20.20.20.10, and then you will write netmask 255.0.0.0. Okay. In our next step, we will make these two interfaces. This interface we will assign outside, but this another interface we will assign or we will use inside. So interface gigabyte 0/0 we will use inside, okay? Interface gigabyte 0/0 IB NAT inside, and this another interface gigabyte interface gigabyte 01 IB NAT outside, and then save your configuration. So now we finish for the creating a standard access control list to permit the inside subnet and configure as a dynamic NAT to do in a NAT name to NAT translation. So in our next step, we will bind access control list. Okay, now we finish all the steps. In our last step, we will ping. Okay, come this router, do show IB NAT translation. Okay, exit, show IB NAT translation. Okay, come this PC, I'm going to ping Google email server 0.8.8.8. Okay, tracer 8.8.8.8. So come this one, exit, okay, when you write show IB NAT translation, you will see in here inside global, inside local, inside global is 20.20.20.1, inside local is 192.168.30.10, outside local is 8.8.8.8.4, and outside global is 8.8.8. Okay, come this BC tracer 8.8.8.8. Okay, and then ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, show IB NAT translation. As you see in here, in our NAT translation is working very well. So thank you very much, and please subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next class.